watch you ballin', keep it real though. Ay, why I never saw you in the field though? Ay, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it.
Okay.
Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news...
Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Come on. in the game.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep where you from? Where you post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready. Y'all waiting? Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brees. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 22 yards there, a first down.
Clearly, every time the Saints put together a game plan, they plan to get Michael Thomas involved early and often. 125 catches in 2018, the most in the NFL. Not bad for a kid in Pop Warner football that only played the minimum number of plays every game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
This one into the hands of Ginn out wide. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brees. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Ready, set. 54. Mike 54. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Let's go.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. 56. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Good one, boy. Let's go.
We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Ready, ready.
Fournette on the counter. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. He's going to let it go deep for the end. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, which you also have to guard.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5.
21-0 our score after one. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They come out here in the eye.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ready? You ready? We got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here? Let's go.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. James O'Shaughnessy, 78 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hey, watch this, watch this. You kill. Shift. 6-6, pull it high.
Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready? Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
To try again after the sack. Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
But Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route.
30 base. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the snap.
Fournette, a first down carry. Look at the spin. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
A loss of 10 yards on the play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Not today, you are.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot. Helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. And the Jags grab it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
There's Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Breeze. This is caught by Gibb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Breeze. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Breeze. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. Spins away. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this going around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 38, Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
60 or. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Keep it up, defense, keep it up, guys.
Fournette running out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Mike 47. I don't even know why this team showed up. Ready.
Throwing on second and 14. Minshew. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On second and 10, it's Minshew. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second and 1, Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Ready up. 54. Mike 54. Push him back. Push him back. Get it.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
We go. 15-1.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
47. Exit. Hey, kill.
Again, it's Kamara. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Check. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Minshew sets to throw. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Minshew. And it is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Yellow lady, yellow lady. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready? 5-9.
On 1st and goal, Washington trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Washington gets it going right. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now Breeze. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Well, design run for their wideout. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
On first, here's Washington. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
95-56. Coming to you, coming to you.
On 3rd down, here's Washington. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far.
Got it.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
At their own 6-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
jump and hop at it. Rep for your prom. When you post, you pop in your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but dig deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jury the cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field.